Astrology. Astrology is something that goes deep. It understands energy. It's help you to understand energy, symbolisms, um, how mixed energies work, how relationships work, even with your parents, your sisters, your friends, your co-workers, your motherfucking intimate relationships. It shows you how you think. It shows you things that you may need to overcome in your life, things that you have maybe went through that you need to learn how to overcome. Instead of, sometimes we go through things that really fucks with our life and our souls and our spirit, or whatever you want to call that, our energy, and it gets us down to a point where we don't know how to come up out of that. Sometimes astrology can give you a perspective about that type of energy that you're dealing with to help you overcome that. To not feel bad for yourself, to know that you're the reason, you're the truth, the way, and the light. You are the one that can get you up out of that situation and can help you overcome it. So in astrology, I would let you know that sometimes astrology can be a thing that will give you a perspective on life that is not truly connected or authentic to yourself. Sometimes you may read something about your astrology chart and be like, bitch, this shit ain't true. That's fine. Because when you research astrology, when you look up astrology, what happens is, because now we're not using our Ethernet, we're using the internet, right? To do this, to get back to balance, to get back to our truth, to get back to just awareness in general, where we don't need the internet like that. We can utilize the internet at this time. It's the age of information. There's something else that we're learning about life through this internet connection. But I want you to know that astrology, what we see today, especially in the westernized system astrology, there's many different forms of astrology. And to me, I would tell you to look in all of them if you can. Study from everything. But make sure you don't just agree and just take anything just because it sounds good. The words, how it's put together, how it's delivered sounds really good. I want to say that. I want to take that on. No. Make sure you're being authentic. Make sure you're going into yourself and seeing what it is that resonates with you deeply. This is what I would call self-reflect. Self-reflect and see if this person's interpretation of these energies coming together, is this something that resonates within me? Or is it something that I will still have questions on? Sometimes I listen to a whole astrology video. There's only one line that really gets me, that really helps me think and become more aware of my being. So don't just believe in just because someone else is telling you it, and half of it sounds true and some of it sounds witty, but you want to just believe in it because the half that sound true was so good that you just gonna believe in the whole thing. That's not what we're gonna do. Astrology helped me to become more aware of myself more than anything. More than anything. It helped me to understand energy. It helped me to understand symbols and how I perceive things in life. Astrology helped me a lot in relationships. And relationships is one thing that I do want to talk about in astrology right now. So in your relationships, from what I see, we do get in relationships because if you're not whole, astrology is something that's going to assist you, guide you into becoming whole within your being. There's other work that you got to do, like change your perspective. Like become in tune with your heart and your mind. Get in tune with your intuition that guides you. These are things that you have to do because everyone is different. So you have to find your truth in your heart, in your mind, and from your intuition. So in relationships, what I see is if we are not whole, if we have not done the work to become whole within ourselves, which means nothing outside of us, which means we will then look at everything outside of us as ourselves. We will actually learn from everything. We would actually just be enjoying life, living and enjoying the experience of life, which we would not depend on any outside sources to validate us. Extra validation is cool. It's cool. But I don't need it. And you're going to realize that within your being. It's not going to be just, I don't need you to tell me nothing. It's going to be a feeling. It's going to be an action. It's not going to be no words like, I don't, this and that, da, 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 da. It don't matter. What matters is that I'm whole within myself. I care about myself. I love myself. And no one else can really change that about me. I'm not sure why the channel got shut down for a little second. I don't know. I'm asking my agency, and we'll see what's the reason for that. So then I come onto this page. It's okay. At least I have a backup page where I can continue to speak and record. I will be putting videos up on my YouTube about the different things that we talk about. But basically, if you're not whole within yourself, sometimes you make the mistake of looking for outside sources to validate you, to kind of make you whole. Example, you just don't feel like no one loves you. You don't feel loved. Someone comes into your life, they show you the type of love or affection that you think you want. They show you it. And now you feel good because you have someone that loves you. But what about you loving yourself? What about you loving yourself? What about if that person dies? What if that person decides that it wants to do something different that you don't agree with? Then what happens? The piece that they put into you to fulfill you that you were missing, someone else came in and put their something about them into you. And they take it away, then what happens? You're left with still an empty hole. Okay? Empty holes within yourself. Only person that is supposed to fulfill you is you. Period. And I don't know how many times I'm going to say it. I don't know how many times I'm going to continue to try to articulate this message because it's something that I'm actually feeling right now. Like I love myself more than ever. And it's not just a saying. It's not just a saying. It's a feeling. It's an action. It's just a being. It's just me. So it goes deeper into just saying it. Saying it can be something. It can put a spell on you. It can tell you like, look, I need to love myself, love myself, love myself. But when you're truly loving yourself, nothing outside of you can fulfill you. You already fulfilled. Anybody that comes in outside of you is going to add on to you. This is what's going to happen. Because you're already whole. You don't need to be filled up. You're already whole within yourself. You're whole. You solid. Your foundation is good within yourself. You built your foundation. You know what I'm saying? You know how to build. You know how your foundation is built. You know how to keep it strong and structured. You know what I'm saying? You don't need no one else to do that for you. You do that for yourself. And then from there, you will have other people that come into your life that adds on to you. I can take that. I can add that onto my life. I can take that. I can better myself through that. It's always going to be a journey of bettering yourself. Otherwise, you will be looking for help in others that you need to give to yourself. Exactly. That's cool to have other people. Sometimes someone else can make it easier, though. It's cool. I mean, look, it's not to say that you're not gonna, you yourself is gonna be like, okay, I can do this with myself. I can do that. I can do this and all that. It's something that happens within yourself. Something that happens within yourself. Other people could come along and be like, you know what? You're good at drawing. And you'll be like, you know what? That's true. I am good at drawing. I'm going to continue to draw. I'm going to continue to embrace myself in that. It's not to say that that person is coming along doing it for you, is what I'm saying. We're talking about relationships here. Someone's not coming along and being like, do it like this and this and that. Okay, they can help you out. They can help guide you. We're all being guided through each other, through the symbols, through ourselves and things like that. I'm talking about a wholeness. And I'm going to try to explain it as much as I can because I can feel it within myself. I'm just trying to articulate it into words. so that it can help other people, hopefully. It's a feeling that you have within yourself that you are just whole, like you are just complete. Everything else, it adds on to you. It's adding on to you. So I want to say that, like, through astrology, I studied my past relationships. And in those relationships, I realized that I was supposed to learn something from them. Sometimes we get in relationships, we end relationships, and we be like, that motherfucker is a dumbass bitch, and I don't got fucking time for him. He's a little fucking lame. Da 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 da. Which I don't usually be like that. I'm usually friends with my exes. Like, all my exes I was usually friends with. We cool. You just never gonna get no more. But how about if you are good at lying, are you gonna continue doing it? Well, that's a moral thing. Like, what are you lying for? You gotta figure out, why are you lying? You know, when you say one lie, you gotta say another lie, another lie. Why are you even putting yourself through that? What's the point of lie? Is the lie a low vibration? Like, you have to figure out, like, what is that? Is the lying helping you in life? Like, why would you like to live in truth? Sometimes people lie because they think that the other person, they're just like scared to let go. That person's gonna leave me if I tell them the truth. Fuck them. Be yourself. You have to figure out, when you going through certain things, like if you have a lying problem, you need to look into yourself. Why are you lying? It's the same thing we talked about the other day about fear. Like, why are you fear? Why are you in fear? Why are you, or not even fear? They was talking about procrastination, and it could be based into fear. Like, you got to just go deeper in yourself. If you're a liar, admit, for one, that you like to motherfucking lie. Then try to figure out, why are you lying? And then try to figure out what would be the best way to move forward, or to react, because it's a reaction or an action. What would be the best way to act? What would make you feel better? Does it make you feel good to lie? Don't you want to just tell the truth, and don't it give you a at ease feeling when you're just telling the truth and living in your truth? You know, so you got to go deeper within yourself. It's called self-reflecting, understanding yourself and being totally honest with yourself. Leos are more enlightening than lying. You know, I don't see the lying. I like loyal. Leos are about loyalty and stuff like that too. So I went to my relationships. I realized there was things I'm supposed to learn. So I want you to do the same, even if you don't go through astrology. Self-reflect on your relationship instead of pointing a finger and saying stuff. This is fine. You know, when some people say you point a finger, you got two pointing back at you. Yeah, look back at you. You pointing the finger somewhere. You got what, three pointing back at you? Look at yourself 3 times. But don't forget, you pointing the finger for a reason. It's not your job to be around every motherfucker. Some people just not for you. You point the finger, yeah, that motherfucker, I seen you doing that dumb shit, that evil, that unloyal, disloyal shit. I don't like that type of stuff. Blah 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 blah. You communicate it to him, but you realize that's something you don't like, and you don't got to deal with that. Lying. Hey, Miss Nano. All signs lie. Anyways, exactly. Lying is not a sign thing. It's actually a morale, it seems like. Thank you, Miss Nano. I'm on this page right now because my other page was blocked for a little bit. And I'm going to be uploading these videos. I'm going to try to record as much as I can to upload them to YouTube. Anybody that does want to help record, if you record something, make it really dope and send it to me, and then I'll be able to post it on my page and actually like give credit to the people that doing that. But just make it dope, like, you know, because sometimes I don't be able to get certain things that I say, and I just be going. My YouTube is Alicia Brooke. This is the same as my other Instagram. I'm about to put it in the comments. There we go. Alicia Brooke. It's in my bio as well. So I have videos up there. I'll be adding more all the time. I'm just getting my portfolio together, like real shit now, like all the way on point. So try not to depend on no one, but if someone does record it, you could just send it to me, and then I'll be able to add it. But it must be something talking about like something that sparks people's minds, not no drama shit. You got a screenshot? All right. I'm grateful. Thank you. So That's what I learned in relationships, is like when you go back and reflect, because you have to reflect on your childhood, you got to reflect on your parents, your family, the school, you know, the things you've been through in life, the big events that happen in your life. You as a child, don't forget that. Remember yourself as a child. Um, uh, Reflecting on your responses. Your responses in life is going to tell you a lot about yourself. Look at that. How you react to situations. And just reflect on it. You might not be able to change it. You might smack the bitch one day and be like, oh, I can't change that, but shit. I can't take it back. I already done smacked your ass. Like, I can't take it back. But what I can do is look into myself and figure out, is that the best way to handle that situation? Did I have to smack that hoe like that? Or could I have done something better? Because I want peace, harmony, and bliss in your life. This is something you also got to realize. What is your goals in life? Some people chasing money, working a job. They don't have no goal. They don't have an end game. All they doing is, I need to get this money because I need to get this car. I need to get this house. Okay, that's cool. But what is the end game? What's the bigger picture? You know? Sometimes people are doing things without a goal in mind. And I want you to look into certain type of goals. Be a better person, that's a goal. You know? Have abundance, that's a goal. Live blissfully, that's a goal. Like, look at the end game into your life and reflect on that. Like, imagine yourself with everything that you wanted. Is that going to make you happy? Are you living your best life like that? So, peace is the goal for me in helping others heal. That's a fact. I like that, blessations. Exactly. And you also got to know, with peace does not mean that you may not have peace all the time, but certain things may come into your way to kind of get you off balance, kind of show you some shit, may give you some lessons to learn in life. But your thing is the response and the reaction to those things that come into your life that tries to make you get off your peace, which is your path, right? So when those things come into your life, you got to know how to react to them, how to respond to those things. Everything is going to continuously, from what I've seen in life, certain energy, certain situations, going to continuously come into your life until you realize how to respond to those things so that it does not get you off your path. Okay. All right, that's a bit. No, I'm not. I should have just swiped the thing over so I don't see no comments. But I like to see y'all comments. No, I'm not there though. I'm not. Like, do I look like I'm held captive in a motherfucking place? I'm not held captive. I'm motherfucking free. I can do whatever the fuck I want to do. I can learn from this tribe, that tribe, that tribe. I can travel the world. I could do all types of things. I'm not held up under no fucking thing. Listening to no man for hours and hours and hours preach about something that he's actually not doing. So they show up to teach you lessons. Exactly. And it's not about that energy coming into your life, or that lesson, or that event, or that harsh shit coming into your reality. It's about how you handle it. People stress out all the time, but it's not about the stress. It's about how you handle stress. It's about how you don't let the stress get to you and just keep it going. You keep it moving, you know? Or some people let it get to them and they get down. They start getting down. Depression, anxiety, all this shit in the house by yourself. Don't. I didn't mean nothing by that, because I am in the house by myself. But just getting you down. Some people, sometimes some people can't deal with themselves either. Sometimes you're just like, you want to be around a crowd all the time because you can't deal and sit with yourself. That's why sometimes you got to sit with yourself. Talk to yourself. Talk to your motherfucking self and get your shit right. Fuck what anybody else have to say. People be talking about the guy walking down the street talking to himself. At least he can do that. You feel weird talking to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Hey, pretty black. Never know what these motherfuckers. Yeah, I understand. I love myself. That's a fact. I love myself. I'm gonna give myself the best. I'm gonna be free. Like, we're intended to be a free fucking spirit. It's not nothing wrong with having morals and integrity and codes to live by and things like that. But to be up under a motherfucker, like, your choice. Maybe it's for certain people, because I used to think everybody's supposed to be a boss. But, and somebody said yesterday, they said not everybody can be a boss because we need employees. I know you heard the saying. But bosses can work together, okay? I'm saying you're a boss, I'm a boss, we all bosses. Meaning we have our own situation, our own talents, our own gifts, our own things that we can help humanity with. We can help each other with. Bosses can work together. You don't have to have employees. You can all be your own boss. And we can all still work together and get some shit done. It don't have to be a hierarchy like that. I can understand the hierarchy. But to me, I'll just be thinking sometimes, it don't have to be that. You're good at this, that don't mean you less. If you're good at cleaning all these fucking floors, mopping the whole Walmart floor, that don't mean you're less than the motherfucker that does something else. Yes, in the system that we live in, people look at it like that. But I use my mind to be able to think of businesses. Thank you guys. To be able to think of certain businesses, you use your action to be able to make shit happen. A boss, okay, if you want to look at the boss and employees, the boss need employees and employees need a boss. And it's vice versa. We both got the power. It's only in the system that we think the boss is better than the employees because of whatever. They're making it happen. But sometimes it's not even like that. The employees can actually take over the boss's company if the employees knew how to work together and learned the fucking shit. The boss, like for me, as I know I'm a boss in certain ways, and I'm an employee in a certain way. Shit, I'm gonna learn. I'm a student. I'm a teacher at the same time. You know. So for me, the boss does a lot of work that is being like it ain't shit. The boss has to think, has to do a lot of thinking, a lot of putting together, not a lot of negotiation. Those are the type of things that I was doing that people are like, oh, bitch, you ain't doing shit and you making that much money in a little bit of hours. Like, I'm not about to work with you, work for you when you making all that money and I have to do all the work and I'm making this money. If I make $100 off a video, you making $200, $300 off a video. I'm the one being the model. You're the one doing what? And I'm like, bitch, I put it together. The fuck? So people do look at bosses like they ain't shit because they don't do that much physical work, but it's mental work that takes, it's talking to motherfuckers. It's putting the damn thing together. You don't know what the hell I had to do to get this shit to come together. Do your fucking job. Do what you like to do. That don't mean you're less than me. The model isn't less than the motherfucking running the manager. That don't mean you're less. Sometimes the manager and the bosses can't even do the work that the employees are doing. That's why they need the employees to do it, because they can't do it. Sometimes it's a structure and order to it, to where they're just like, okay, I have this many. So it all goes different ways. Everybody is powerful to me. There ain't nobody less powerful than the other. Motherfucker, you know how to mop all these damn Walmart floors 2-3 times a day for motherfucking every day? That's motherfucking strength. Find power in it. Now, it's on you if you decide to mop them floors for $10 an hour instead of owning your own shit and being like, look, Walmart, you're not paying me those $10 an hour. Pay me $500 a week, or no, $500 a day, $1,000, $2,000 a week, whatever the fuck you charge. Charge what do you need in your life? This is what it goes back to, figuring out what do you need to live the best life that you can live. Figure that out first. While you're just working, chasing, getting money, using money, doing all this repetitive pattern shit. Sometimes you gotta sit down with yourself and figure out, what do I really need? A house that costs $2,000 a month, a motherfucking car that costs $500 a month, and you know, $2,000 is including everything. All my insurances, everything. Like, okay, that's all I really need. If you say that to yourself, maybe you don't need that much. Maybe you need a house, $2,000 a month, but we got 10 people staying here because we know how to work together. And it's not that big of a hassle. That's $100 each. Or $200 each. So now what kind of job would you be looking at? So you just got to really sit down. And that's what I did. I was chasing mansions. I was chasing, oh, I'm going to have this, and this, and this, and that. And that's fine. I may have it in the future. But then I had to sit back and like, do I really want this? I don't like paying my bills now. So you think I'm really about to pay $500 to Tico for electric? just because I have a big ass house? Like, hold on, what they gonna charge on insurance? Are they gonna charge even more shit? Trash, water, all they gonna start making up shit bills for you to pay. Do I really want to do that? Because I don't like paying nobody anyways. No, actually I don't. So I'm gonna figure out a different way to do it. And I was like, you know what? What would make me happy is to be able to live sustainably, to have a beautiful, beautiful environment. Just because you have a little house, just because you have a little piece of land, just because you have a little anything, doesn't mean it can't be beautiful. You can have a small ass house and make it look like a mansion because it looks nice. It just looks nice. You know, what do you want? Do you want the space or do you just want the look? Like, you have to figure out, what do you want within you? And be totally honest. What will make you happy? I figured out all that material shit won't make me happy. And it never really did. What will make me happy is to be able to figure out a way to live sustainably in the system to where we don't have to pay out so much. We don't have to play this motherfucking tax game. You know, where we play it in the right way. That's what makes me feel good. No, this is the old page, and I'm going to I got blocked for a little bit off of my other page, so I'm gonna get back on the other page soon. Right? You know, tiny house, exactly. It's not even that, like, I don't need all that shit, because all that shit's gonna come with what? I don't need it. What I want is to be able to have good people around me. I want to build. I want to figure out how we can live life without paying out anything. If I want to pay out something, that's when I'll do it. But right now, I'll figure out a way to harvest my own electricity. We could figure out a way to harvest our own water. You know, yes, we don't need to do that. We can say that's going back in time. You don't need to do that. It's the idea of having those skills. And that skill set to pass on to the next generation is what is for me. That's what it is for me. I don't need to pass my sons no mansions. Oh yeah, here's a mansion. Okay, that's cool. Rent it out. Somebody come and slip on it and sue you and, you know, all this weird shit. I really don't need it. I really don't need it. I don't want the drama. I don't want the trauma. I want to be able to live a stress-free life where I can just live and experience it. Yes, I'm surviving, you know, and yes, we can go out. We can go out and get a washer. We don't have to wash our clothes by hand. We don't have to do all the things that we did before. It's a balance between the things that we do have access to where it's like, can we live sustainably? How can we live where we don't have to pay the middleman? In business, you want to cut out the middleman. The middleman, I was a middleman in certain times where I'm just like, I talk to you. Oh, it's just like this. If you want to be a middleman in real estate, you don't have to have no money. You could say, look, you want to buy a house for $50,000? Okay, you got a house that's $20,000, $25,000. All right, I'm gonna pay you $25,000. Let's do this contract. I'm gonna pay you $25,000 within a week, within a month. I'm gonna pay you this $25,000, and then you go back to the person that's gonna buy the house. All right, you gonna pay $50,000? I got a house for you. This is what it is. Pay me the $50,000. I pay you $25,000. I got you a house. Now I got $25,000 extra dollars to be able to go get my own shit, or $2,500. You know, whatever the numbers is. This is a middleman. So being a middleman is good. You can go in. You can make money. You don't have to have shit. You gotta have negotiation and smarts, knowledge, information about how this system works and how the game works that you want to play in this damn matrix or whatever. So you don't have to do that. But think about it, if you're the customer. Now you're the one paying the shit. We all got to pay for something. We got to pay for a house. We got to pay for, you know, even if we come together, we still got to make it happen in some type of way. We got to get different things. You're going to be paying taxes somewhere, even if you go to the grocery. So we got to get it together to where we just go deeper into it. But think of you as the customer. If you took out all the taxes that you paid in your life, how much money will you have? You know? How many hours have you worked overtime? How many hours have you worked in your job just to pay for taxes and shit? And not only that, remember, you gotta pay for taxes to work. You gotta pay for taxes to breathe. You gotta pay for taxes to come into this lifetime, to leave this lifetime. You gotta pay taxes if you're going to the store, if you're making money, you giving money. Always taxed, okay? So for the person that is the person that's buying it, they could have saved $25,000 if they cut out the middleman, went straight to the source, paid the $25,000, and had an extra $25,000 to do something with. You know what I'm saying? So to me, I'm looking to cut out the middleman. I don't want to pay you no electric. I don't want to pay you no water. I don't want to pay you no trash. I don't want to pay you no nothing. What we want to do is we want to bring our shit together, and we want to create a community where we don't have to do that shit. We can, but we don't have to. That's what I'm on. That's the type of shit I'm on. And not only for myself. I'll enjoy it while I'm here, but it's to leave something for future generations, not just my generations, anyone, any future generations, the humanity. To let you know, you can go and buy an RV and live in it and travel the whole fucking world. You don't even and it costs less than what it costs just to stay in one house and be stagnated in one house. You know, I'm just planting seeds with my actions. Plus, I want to live it. I want to live a place where I don't have to do that. We can do that if we want to, but for the majority and for the community, when we're thinking about more people coming together, what's the point of us all having a washer and dryer in our house? Okay, we apartment complex is 100 apartments, right? We all got a washer and dryer. You know, it's just to think about it. Like, why can't we share? Why can't we work together? That would help us a lot. If it's something small, but coming together, it would help us a lot. You know what I'm saying? So that's cutting out the middleman to me, is being able to work together, have unity. So that's the things that I'm on. That's the shit that I'm on. So I don't even know how I even got into all that, but that's what it is. And that's what I'm on. It's just I talk about these things to remind myself of what I'm trying to do in my life, to help with manifestation. When you want to manifest something, you think about it, you talk about it, you put all types of affirmations up. Like in the house, I'm gonna need to have affirmations of my community. I'm gonna need to have drawings of a community. I'm gonna need to do that because this is something that is just, boy, it's just in me. It's just like, I need to do this shit. I don't know if it's a phase. Just like I want to do polygamy, but I never really did. I don't know if it's just a phase, it's just a fantasy, it's just something in my imagination. But either way it goes, I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to learn from it, and I'm going to grow from it, and I'm going to continue on. The minimum shit that I want in my life is to see me being old as hell, freaking talking about shit. My life and experiences and learning and doing the same type of thing, but as an old woman. So at the end of the day, if everything that I try to do in this life, which stuff that I've been did and stuff that I'm going to do, whatever the hell the outcome is, as long as I get it done. This is something that's really just in me though, more than anything, more than the businesses, more than all that shit. It's just something I really want to do. And I guess there's a small part of me that just doubts it. Is this something that's really, is it just a fantasy? Is it an accurate fantasy, or is it something that really can happen? Can we come together and create a community, create a city? That's damn near what I want. It's like a city, and live together with harmony and actually build together and actually build generational wealth together, like generational blessings, I guess, together. Can we all stick together and do that? Yes, I feel like it's my soul mission. Every moment, every experience have a purpose. Exactly. Visualize it too. You know, it can and will happen. Yes, we can. And yes, you can. Yes, we have to. That's a big dream. Yeah, but it doesn't seem like it's too far out. It doesn't feel like it's not attainable. It feels like it's something that we can do if we're all like on the same type of shit. Only problem is going to be is us coming together with our bullshit, where we're not able to sit here and communicate. We need to have structure and order. And it's not to say I don't want to control anybody. I don't want it to be a cult. It's not even me owning it. It's a community effort. We all come together. It's an idea for me, but we all coming together to work together to make it happen together. It's not about me being like, oh, I'm the governments of this motherfucking land. And nah. That's not what it is. And I don't know if it needs to be like that, because then we'll have to go into hierarchy. Is there supposed to be a hierarchy or what? How is a righteous hierarchy looking? If not, why the fuck? And it's called something in business. I forget what it's called. Not capitalism. I don't think it's socialism. It might be socialism. But we come together with capitalism and socialism. We be in the same spot. Socialism is like when we barter and trade, and like we all working together. Or it's social. There's another business that says everybody should get everybody. Okay, we all work in a business. 5 people work in a business. I do this work, you do that work, you do that work, and we all get the same pay. As long as everybody doing their part, that can make sense. But if somebody's doing more than the other person, then it's kind of like, make sure you do your part, or you gonna have to. So it has to be structure and order. It has to be security. It has to be something where, like, if somebody is doing some shit that's disrupting the community, you might have to go somewhere else. Like, I don't have time for the drama, and that's what I don't want. But we already know that's what's gonna happen. You're being overstood, goddess. Thank you. A lady doing all that is like a dream. What you mean? You saying it's a man's job to do that shit? I don't want to get into that now. If you're talking about that now, walk into your truth and authenticity, you will manifest. And you know what? That's what I'm doing. We don't want to get into that. Hold on, let me see. A woman creating a city is like a dream. What do you mean, a woman creating a city? Do you know what the man has done? You know, women are very smart and powerful, and you could think not or whatever. You could think, oh, men are the logic and women are the emotion. Fuck ever here. Women have a lot of logic as well. And actually, now more than ever, women are probably more balanced. Men are a lot emotional. Men are, okay, physically able to do certain things. Don't get confused. Physical anatomy and strength and the way you could pick up a brick and put it on some shit versus logic, okay, and organization and structure. Women have that shit as well. So I want you to know that you can think whatever the way you want to think about women, but women are very, yes, we have emotions, but there's something called emotional intelligence. Emotions aren't bad. It's how to be able to be intelligent with your emotions, how to be in tune with your emotions and express them in the righteous way. That's nothing bad with it. Emotions have its place. Emotion and logic and balance help you with your intuition, help you get your shit together. So for me, a woman can run shit by just, a woman can sit down like I'm doing right now and say, I need you as a man, get this shit and put it over there and do that. Like, I'm gonna need you to help me build this community. You know, you want to build a community? Okay, men pick up the bricks and build a community. Okay, I could, as a woman, and I'm not saying, because I don't want even me, I'm just putting it together. It's not my shit. But if a woman was the leader of some type of a city or something, a woman can be a leader. A woman, all you gotta do is ask the man, okay, what do you think about this? If the man has more logic, you just ask them and get their opinion on shit and put it together. Women can do shit. So I just don't want you to think that women are just emotional creatures and men are just so logical. Not really, not true. Me and my husband planning on purchasing 100 acres and we'll do it. That's a sub. Balance in the, and that's another thing. Like, I don't need to even go and purchase. Like, for me, it's the passing down of situations. I will purchase land for my plans. Before, I was saying I would wait to purchase land until later on in life. But if I've been meeting a lot of people that are purchasing land. If you have a land, and I can collaborate. I like to collaborate with people.